I made this diagram photo bullshit. Let's say this is you, all right? Let's say this is you, and let's say in your mind, this is my potential, all right? This is what I think I can do in life. This is the farthest I think I'll ever get. This is what I think I can accomplish, all right? And let's say this is your actual potential. See how it just keeps going up. This is what you're actually capable of, all right? This is what you think in your mind you are capable of and what you think you can accomplish. This is what you can actually accomplish. Once you start thinking really deeply of who it is that you want to be and what it is that you want to accomplish, I want you to think of every step that is required to accomplish that, and I want you to make those steps every single day, all right? Now, if you, let's say you want to be this person who has all these things and has accomplished all these things, but that being that person is going to require making a lot of different decisions than what everybody else is making, all right? Like I said, there's a 1% for a reason. Not everyone's willing to make those harder decisions. Not everyone's willing to put in that time. Not everyone's willing to stay in longer in the gym. Not everyone's willing to grind their ass off even when they got all these distractions around them. If you want to grind, if you actually want to ignite that flame that's going to power you through those hard times, then you have to realize that your potential is limitless. You are capable of accomplishing anything that you want to, but you have to break that barrier in your mind, that self-doubt that keeps speaking, saying that you're not worthy, you're not able to do this, you don't have it in you. You have it in you. You have it in you. You just have to take action. Once action is made, you take action the next day and the next, and then you start forming your mind into being more disciplined and being more consistent, all right? You start forming your mind into being focused on this person rather than the person you are now, because let's say the person you are now isn't the person you want to be, all right? The person you are now doesn't have the things you want in life. The person you are now isn't living the way you want to live. And once you make the decision that I want to be this person instead, but in order to be that person, I have to make different decisions. I have to break that self-doubt, negativity that's speaking in my mind telling me I'm not good enough. I have to work through that, all right? Even with those thoughts coming in, even with that negativity coming in through your ears, and you just listen to all this bullshit, you listen to what people have to say, they're criticizing you, they're saying you're not good enough, they're saying you're not worthy enough. If you keep going, you're pushing out, you're using that negative energy that you're receiving and that you're, loathed in, and you have to use that negative energy and you push it out into this positive energy that's going to help you improve and build and construct the life that you always wanted to, all right? Let's say this. Let's say that your life isn't the way you want it to be. Let's say that your circumstances aren't the way you want them to be. Let's say that the life you're living right now isn't the life you want to live, bro. And if you're like me, then that shit, it pisses you off. If you want more out of life, then you have to understand that your potential is limitless. And you have to understand that in order to get past that barrier, you have to work through the self-doubt. So the self-doubt is coming in, all right? This is the self-doubt. It's just coming in, and that self-doubt is speaking, and it's giving that voice in your head. It's speaking that voice saying, this is your potential. This is what you're gonna be. This is what you're made out of. This is the farthest you'll get. Even through the self-doubt getting to your head, even through those negative thoughts getting through your head, as long as you keep going and you keep working, you work through that potential that you have set yourself, you work through that barrier, and you reach the actual potential. Once you reach the actual potential, you look back and you look back at the old way you used to think. You look back at the old person you used to be, and you give grace and you give thanks for the work that you put in, even when that negativity was coming your way, even when those self-doubt thoughts, those I'm not good enough thoughts, those negative events that have happened, even when you work through all that and you reach your actual potential, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, damn, bro, I never thought I would have been in this position that I'm in. But in order to get to that position, you have to work through the self-doubt, because the self-doubt comes and goes. Some days you might feel really motivated, you might be really focused, you might be so in tune, like, yes, I'm gonna get it, yes, I got it in me. And then some days, the self-doubt takes over, the negativity takes over, and you're like, bro, this is a lot, I don't think I can do it, it's a lot of work, I'd rather do this, I'd rather consume bullshit, I'd rather scroll on social media. If you work through that self-doubt and all those negative things, all these distractions, and you reach your actual potential, you will find that it is limitless, all right? That there is no potential, all right? That it can go farther than what you have ever thought it could be. That you can be somebody that you never thought you could be, all right? And it takes work, it takes grind, it may take isolation, but if that's what it takes, then you have to remind yourself of the end goal. You have to remind yourself, this is what's gonna happen if I stay consistent with this. If I do this day after day, regardless of how I feel, even when there's other things going on, even when there's, other events happening, if I stay doing this and I give time to this every day, if I sacrifice, this time and use it in a more productive and use it for self-improvement and getting closer to my goals, then this is where I'm gonna end up. So if you work through those dark times and you work through that potential barrier, then you're gonna find yourself in this position to where your potential is limitless and you can do everything you want to in life if you stay consistent with it, all right? There is no procrastinating, all right? Not if you want to win. There is no spending hours on social media. No, there is none of that, all right? I know that it's so easy to get distracted. I know that. Trust me, I've been there. I've caught myself scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram Reels for hours upon end, and I just felt like shit afterwards because I didn't do what it is that I needed to get done, all right? And I say, where did all the time go? But I myself was using that time doing what? What did I gain from that? What did I gain from that, bro? Nothing. And so you have to remind yourself this, and you have to catch yourself when you see yourself falling into that loop. You have to remind yourself, am I going to make this decision today, or am I going to make the better decision? It might be harder to make the better decision, but it's going to get me closer to who I want to be, all right? So you have the power to change your life. All it takes is work and consistency and discipline. You have to break that mental barrier that you're not good enough, all right? You have to break that potential limit that you have set yourself. Your potential is limitless. You can be anybody you want to be if you decide to make different decisions. I appreciate y'all watching this video, and I'm out.